Hello there, my name is Lamin Jai, and this is News Review coming to you live on the Fatu Network PR Services page. I am Lamin Jai, and coming up, two new judges and a permanent secretary have been sworn in by President Adama Barrow today at State House. We have a full report on that. Also, UDP leader Usainu Dabo has used a live video to thank Gambians who have donated to his food bank cause there. Also, the Senegalese embassy in the Gambia has dismissed reports Senegalese living in the Gambia are being paid thousands of dollars. These and more coming up, but first, as usual, we will go through the papers. I will begin with the Standard. I also have the point. I'll start with the Standard there. Their lead story is saying AfriCell gives $12 million to COVID-19 doctors and nurses. Also, VP urges Gambians to respect COVID-19 emergency regulations. Sheriffs clarify bounty report. Ex-local government officer criticizes Dabo's food bank. Let's see what the stories are saying there. So their lead is AfriCell, the biggest GSM company in the Gambia, has announced a donation of $12 million to Gambia's efforts to contain and defeat the COVID-19 pandemic. The funds will be distributed over the next 3 months directly via AfriMoney to frontline health workers whose courage and hard work in difficult circumstances is helping to keep Gambians healthy and safe. VP urges Gambians to respect COVID-19 emergency regulations. The Vice President, Dr. Aissatou Toure, has urged Gambians to respect social distancing and other COVID-19 preventive proclamations announced by the government to limit the spread of the coronavirus. Speaking at the presentation of a $12 million relief package from communications giant AfriCell meant to enhance government's fight against COVID-19, VP Toure said the country is facing unprecedented times that required the support and cooperation of all Gambians. Sheriffs clarify bounty report. The president of the Sheikh Malayan Foundation has said that a bounty on Musa Saidi reported in the media was not a collective action from the general Sharif community, but from an individual. Musa Saidi sparked a huge row when he released a WhatsApp audio attacking the sheriffs there. Speaking to the Standard, Amfal Hydra, who was also the head of a committee set up to amicably discuss Musa's attack, clarified that the supposed bounty wasn't from them. Ex-local government officer criticizes Dabo's food bank. A former director of local governance, Kemo Conte, has sharply criticized the launch of a food bank by UDP leader Usainu Dabo, describing it as a contravention of the laws of the land. Yes. Let's see what the point is saying now then. They are reporting that 9 in court for allegedly exporting essential commodities. That's the crackdown there by the government on those bent on exporting essential commodities out of the country. Ward Councillor pressures BAC, that's Bikau Area Council Chairman, to step down. AfriCell donates $12 million to fight COVID-19. Bankers Association gives $3 million to fight COVID-19. Aliou Jallo, Alassane Jeng, Abdurrahman Jallo, Usman Balde, Usman Sar, Musa Bari, Babakar Salla, Pascal Mendy, and Suleiman Jallo were on 9 April 2020 arraigned before Principal Magistrate Aissatou Janin-Jai of the Kanifing Magistrates Court. They have been docked for allegedly exporting essential commodities contrary to Section 51A and punishable under Section 71A of the Essential Commodities Emergency Powers Regulations 2020. They pleaded not guilty when the charge sheet were read to them. So according to the Bill of Indictment, the accused persons on the 1st and 3rd April 2020 along Banjul, Westfield, Brikama Highway, and in diverse places in the Gambia, in the Kanifing municipality of the Republic of the Gambia, being commercial drivers, were found with 6,533 bags of sugar, 12 20-liter gallons of cooking oil, some bags of rice, 50 boxes of China green tea, and other 50 boxes of China green tea, 884 cartons of milk, and some assorted goods to export them to Casamance and Guinea-Bissau. Ward Councillor presses BAC, Bikau Area Council, to step down. Gunjur Ward Councillor Moduk Chare Jiba has written to the chairman of the Bikau Area Council, Sirifo Sonko, asking him to step down as the chairman of the council. Mr. Sonko was expelled from the opposition United Democratic Party last month after being accused of shifting allegiance to President Adama Barrow. Also, Bankers Association gives $3 million to fight COVID-19. The Gambia Bankers Association, GBA, on Tuesday, 14 March 2020 presented a check amounting to $3 million to the Ministry of Health and municipalities to intensify the fight against the deadly pandemic COVID-19. That's all for the newspapers. We will take a short break and we'll return. So, President Adama Barrow today presided over the swearing-in of 2 new judges and a permanent secretary. The event was held at State House. More in this report.
Oath of allegiance. I, Justice Mamadou S.M. Jallow, having been appointed as Judge of the High Court of the Gambia, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Republic of the Gambia according to law. So help me God.
I, Justice Landing M. Sane, having been appointed as Judge of High Court of the Gambia, do swear that I will faithful and true and bear true allegiance to the Republic of the Gambia according to law. So help me God.
2 High Court judges and a permanent secretary. The 3 men chose one person to speak on their behalf as soon as the swearing-in rituals were over.
On behalf of our families and on our own behalf, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to Your Excellency, the President of the Republic, for the trust and confidence he has in us by appointing us in our various offices for the services of the Gambia. Your Excellency, each of us sworn in here assures you that we will do our best in the execution of our duties as High Court judges and permanent secretary, respectively, so as to justify our appointments.
Chief Justice Hassan B. Jallow believes the 2 newly sworn-in judges will strengthen the country's judiciary.
In the space of 4 months now, since January, His Excellency has appointed 3 Gambians to the High Court bench. And this is a very good step, an excellent step in the drive towards Gambianization, localization of the judiciary. And it's something that we look forward to continuing under the leadership of the President. Let me also congratulate the 2 new judges of the High Court, the Honorable Justice Landing Sane and the Honorable Mohamed Jallow, for their appointment, for their elevation to the High Court bench. Both of them bring to the bench, to the higher bench, considerable amount of experience and dedication to public service.
President Adama Barrow, reading from a prepared speech, said his government was realizing the country's judiciary was regaining its lost image.
In May 2017, I presided over the 4th swearing-in ceremony of the 4th set of Gambian judges to serve in our judiciary. Since then, the number of Gambian citizens sworn in as judges to serve our beloved nation continues to increase. Therefore, it is with pride that today I preside over the swearing-in of 2 more Gambian judges who are ready to commit and dedicate themselves to serving our dear country. I feel optimistic and encouraged when highly skilled and dedicated Gambians like them are willing to take up positions of responsibility in government. My administration is realizing that the judiciary is regaining its lost image and public confidence. This impacts positively on our democracy and promote investment for the socio-economic development of the nation. Equally, at the executive level, public servants, in particular permanent secretaries, have a crucial function in the strengthening of our governance structures and improving further on performance and efficient service delivery to the citizenry.
The president clearly killed two birds with a stone on Thursday. A permanent secretary for the Ministry of Agriculture was also sworn in alongside the two judges.
Oath of allegiance. I, Mamadou Mbaye Jabang, having been appointed as permanent secretary, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Republic of the Gambia according to law. So help me God.
The president said the new official has a crucial responsibility in the direction of policy.
To the just sworn in permanent secretary, I must reiterate the crucial role you have in developing and directing the right policy. For the agriculture sector, it is critical that you create the conducive environment for food security and also making agriculture a business venture for our youthful population. I must challenge you to commit to serving the nation with honor and to the best of your ability. Your commitment and desire to serve professionally without fear or favor will go a long way to giving hope to the public sector and ensuring that set results are achieved.
The president then said to all three officials,
while my government continues to pledge and commit itself to undertaking relevant institutional and legal reforms, public servants are especially urged to manifest positive attitude to work and devotion to nation. I am optimistic that the three branches of government will continue to work in harmony for the successful implementation of my government's policies and strategies are spelled out in the National Development Plan. Gentlemen, allow me to thank you and express my sincere appreciation to you for accepting to take up your various positions of responsibilities in serving the nation. As you take up your appointments, think of the impact of the decisions and actions you take in the course of executing your duties. Thus, I urge you to be righteous, honest, and trustworthy, wherever you may be. On behalf of all Gambians, I wish you success in your new assignments.
Thursday's swearings in come as the country continues its desperate fight against the coronavirus pandemic.
Oath of allegiance.
Thank you very much. So UDP leader Ousainou Darboe today thanked Gambians for their generosity after donations to his food bank launched at the weekend reached nearly $430,000. Mr. Darboe on Sunday launched a food aid program designed to give food to vulnerable Gambians as the country looks to wade its way out of the coronavirus crisis there. Donations made to the initiative stood at $8,529,000, approximately $425,000 as of Wednesday evening. This is what Mr. Dabo said earlier today.
My compatriots and the general viewership, I have come here today to take a brief moment to update you and thank you for supporting the initiative that I launched on Easter Sunday, which we have called COVID-19 Buntung, or in Mandinka we call Babala Buntung, and of course in English it is Food Bank. I want to register my profound appreciation and gratitude to all who have embraced this initiative with great enthusiasm and have contributed in no small way in making sure that we are able to generate funds that will be utilized in procuring the necessary food items to support the vulnerable members of our community. Gambians have indeed shown that they have always been and will continue to be prepared to come to the aid of the less fortunate members of our community. I am indeed impressed by the wide range of from which contributions have come from. It cuts across political barriers, among tribal barriers, as well as religious. People who ordinarily are not supporters of the United Democratic Party have contributed generously, and this is all to support their fellow Gambians, and indeed even non-Gambians who might be resident in the country and yet form part of the vulnerable, population. As of 6 o'clock yesterday, 6 p.m. Gambian time, we have pledges of $8,529 US. And for this, I'm really grateful to the Gambians abroad who have contributed generously to this effort. And of course, Mr. Babukar Siddiqui Jammeh, the initiator of the GoFundMe. We are grateful, we are very grateful to you for this initiative, for the idea of really employing that mechanism in order to raise funds. At the local front, at the home front, as of 6:30 yesterday, we have collected $236,000, and more is coming. I want to ask the Gambians why I thank you. I want to ask you to continue to support this initiative, and I am sure that what has galvanized us to really support this initiative will continue to galvanize us in future whenever matters of national issue arise. My compatriots.
If you ever think of buying good quality meat at unbeatable price, think Magilac Butchers, your only suitable solution for quality meat for you and your family consumption. Our comprehensive range of meat products include minced meat, beef slices, top side, knuckle, rump steak, silver side, tenderloin, strip loin, and forequarter. We offer consistent value, quality, and service through animals grass-fed and bred especially for their meat. This makes the meat much more tasty, succulent, tender, and easy to cook. All meats at Magilac Butchers are halal, including for the first time in the Gambia, the new Mongolian whole lamb, available only at Magilac Butchers. Rush now and visit Magilac Butchers on Caraba Avenue, opposite the Petrogas petrol station traffic lights. For inquiries and orders, please call 7688-688. That is 7688-688. Magilac Butchers, the home of quality meat and chicken products at unbeatable prices.
And now the Senegalese ambassador in the Gambia has dismissed reports his country is giving out money to Senegalese that live in the Gambia. Reports have abounded in the past days that Senegalese in the Gambia are being paid thousands of dollars each after their government set aside tens of millions of Senegalese CFA as their own coronavirus relief package there. This is what the ambassador told reporters at the Senegalese embassy in Pipeline today.
Thank you all for coming. Senegalese embassy is very delighted to receive you today in this very room. You know, for someone, I want, before your question and so on, highlight 3 or 4 things, 4 items. The first one is the Senegalese government, His Excellency Mr. Macky Sall, has decided to allocate a budget of 1,000 billion of CFA franc to the battle against this disease, corona disease.